Listen, it's not because you're not smart, it's because you don't have enough practice yet. When I was in graduate school, we did what we called journal clubs. This is where you took a journal article and for an hour we discussed this journal article. Well, when I first joined my PhD program, we would have these journal clubs and I would look at all the other graduate students talking about ththese papers so knowledgeably, and I used to think, oh my goodness, how come they're so smart? I thought I was smart. I had a 3.8 3 GPA from undergrad, and but I don't think I can talk about these papers as intelligently as these students are talking about them. And recently, actually just this week, I was preparing a journal club like presentation for work next week, and it was coming fairly easily to me, and I paused and I just thought about how terrified I used to be of journal clubs and how easily this was coming to me. And it occurred to me that it wasn't necessarily because those students were smarter. They just had, all these, they were older grad students. They just had more experience. They had more practice, right? So usually it's not because you're not smart, it's because you haven't had enough practice. And when you haven't had enough practice, well, you can't make all those connections that all those other people are making. But when you have enough practice, because when I was preparing this week, I was like, oh, I could link one concept to another concept and it made sense. But tell that to my first year, second year grad student self, and I would have been like, no, I can't do this. Everybody's smarter than me. It wasn't because people were smarter than me. It was because they just had more practice.